I'm thrilled to be here today with two good friends, Dr. Mike Kruger, who's the president of Reformed Theological Seminary here in Charlotte, and Kevin DeYoung, who's the senior pastor of the Christ Covenant Presbyterian Church in Matthews, North Carolina, and assistant professor of systematic theology at RTS Charlotte. Kevin, it is great to have you here and on board. I've been looking forward to this for a long time, and I know you have, Mike.
Very much so. The idea that the three of us get to sit down and have this conversation and it really be happening is fantastic.
It's another good excuse to come to Charlotte more, which I'm always looking for. So.
Well, you know, you're always welcome here, and I'm sure you can stay at Mike's place.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you want to.
You can stay. You have to.
With your 7 kids?
Yeah,
that's
right.
Yeah. Notice you didn't offer.
Well, we got a top bunk if he's willing to go up there. No, I'm really excited to be in Charlotte.
What's the best part of being associated with one particular campus faculty, Kevin? I mean, you've been Chancellor's Professor before. You've been associated with RTS as an institution. Tell me, for you, what's it like to be associated here with one campus, one student body, one faculty?
Yeah, obviously, you know, there's so many good things happening across the whole RTS system, but really excited to be here in Charlotte. You know, certainly Mike is a big part of that, and so are the other faculty members that I know and am getting to know, and I'm really excited about. To be able to have seminary students in our church is a really big part. We've just been working really feverishly to kind of redouble our efforts at pastoral internships. So we're going to have 5 or 6 RTS guys doing pastoral internships at Christ Covenant this year, which I'm really excited about. And that's more difficult to do if you're not locked in to one place. And then just all the ways that Mike and I have already been talking, all of that is really exciting. And, you know, it was really one of the draws in coming here and being involved. I love having a foot in this seminary world.
And I think it goes both ways. I think it's better for the professor, and it's better for the student.
I mean, that's one of the things that I'm excited about, is that our students do get a good number of visiting professors from other schools, and they love it. They're excited about it. Some of these professors are well known. There's always this impersonal sort of hired gun kind of feel about it, where they come in, you know, they're not there permanently. It's a temporary situation. There's no real relationship to be built. So you take the class, you enjoy it, fine, but there's not a ongoing status. And so the reason I was excited about Kevin coming is that now they get to take a guy who belongs here. You know, you're a real professor here. They know that. They feel like you don't feel like they're going to leave the next week, you know, and that type of investment I think is going to be really important.
You know, Kevin, one of the things, frankly, I'm excited about. I mean, I've known you for over a decade. I read you, not only what you're writing daily through the blog world and such, but the books you write. But I think a lot of people would know you as a popularizer of Reformed theology. I also know you as a scholar, and I've probably read more of your dissertation than a lot of people out there. And so I know the work you're doing academically, and I can't wait for the rest of the world to get to know you as a Reformed academic.
The work that scholars do is really important, and it feeds the church, it trickles down to the church, it serves pastors in the church, and the stuff that they're talking about, that Mike is doing with Second Century, all that stuff matters for how we understand life and ministry in the church. So if I have an opportunity to continue to even just have a few toes in that academic world and be invigorated by all of the ministry training, but also really top-notch scholarship that's going on at RTS Charlotte, I find that personally invigorating. And if I can contribute anything to it, then that's an added plus.
Well, I mean, I would add that what you're doing really embodies the vision of RTS, which is the pastor-scholar model. Our other faculty embody it too, but just in the flip-flopped way. Right. So your sort of first role, so to speak, is pastor of Christ Covenant, and then you have this sort of second calling to being a professor here. And a lot of the other faculty, even myself to some degree, you know, our first calling is professorship, but also have
scholar pastors.
Some role as a TE in your local congregation. And what I love is the students seeing that embodied, and that it can be done, and that we're not just a graduate school, we're a seminary, right? And that's different than just learning information. You want to take it out and live it out in the ecclesiological setting.
That's right. The whole aim is to produce pastors, first of all, but also, you know, men and women who are well equipped to do counseling and to teach the Bible in other sort of venues, and to be able to do that life on life as much as you can, but just to have those real relationships, because they need to see that, you know, we don't always wear coat and tie. At least I don't. Maybe Ligon does. I don't know.
I sleep in this.
Yeah, that's probably true. But to see we're all real people, and we have families, we have life, we have strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
Because that's what they're going to see in pastoral ministry, and that's what people need to see from their pastor and their leaders. And there's no place I'd rather be doing that than right here.